Hello friends, in this video, let us have an introduction to dynamic programming. So what is dynamic programming? Dynamic programming is one best method to solve the optimization problems in linear time. Let us see how to solve a problem in dynamic programming. First, the problem will be divided into multiple sub-problems. Secondly, solve the sub-problems and store the result. And finally, using the result of sub-problems, solve another big sub-problem and continuously follow this approach to solve the large problem. There are two kinds of approach in dynamic programming. First is bottom-up approach and the second one is top-down approach. Let us understand them one by one. In the bottom-up approach, the base solution will be taken first. From the bottom, the problem will be solved step by step like this. Finally, we will have the result of big problem. In the top-down approach, the main problem is recursively broken down into multiple sub-problems. The breakdown will happen until the base case is reached. And then from there, the solution will be computed like this. Let us understand it using the nth Fibonacci example. Here, the problem statement is, given n, we need to return the nth Fibonacci number from the series. The Fibonacci series is Fibonacci of 0 is 0, Fibonacci of 1 is 1, Fibonacci of 2 is sum of fib of 0 and fib of 1, that is 0 plus 1 equal to 1. Fibonacci of 3 is sum of Fibonacci of 1 and Fibonacci of 2, which is 1 plus 1 equal to 2, and like this. In general, Fibonacci of n is Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of n minus 2. Let us find the fourth Fibonacci number using the bottom-up approach and top-down approach. Let us see the bottom-up approach first. As we have discussed, in the bottom-up approach, we solve the problem step by step from the base case. Here, what is the base case? Fibonacci of 0 is 0 and Fibonacci of 1 is 1. So write 0 in fib of 0 and 1 in fib of 1. Let us solve one by one. What will be fib of 2? It is fib of 0 plus fib of 1. That is the sum of previous two Fibonacci numbers. So fib of 2 equal to 0 plus 1, that is 1. Now we have solved one sub-problem, that is fib of 2. Using this, let us solve the next sub-problem, fib of 3. It will be the sum of fib of 1 and fib of 2, that is 1 plus 1, which is 2. Now we have solved another sub-problem. Let us again use this result to compute the next problem's result. So fib of 4 will be the sum of fib of 2 and fib of 3. So 1 plus 2, which is what? 3. Now we have found the fourth Fibonacci number, which is 3. This is how in bottom-up approach we solve a big problem step by step from the base case. In each step we solve one sub-problem and using that solution we will solve the next sub-problem in the next step. Let us understand how it is solved in the top-down approach. The general formula to find nth Fibonacci number is fib of n equal to fib of n minus 1 plus fib of n minus 2. So to find fib of 4, the top-down approach will call fib of 4 minus 1, that is 3, and fib of 4 minus 2, that is 2. Similarly, fib of 3 will call fib of 3 minus 1, that is fib of 2, and fib of 3 minus 2, that is fib of 1. And this fib of 2 again calls fib of 1 and fib of 0. Since fib of 0 and fib of 1 are base cases, the recursive calls will be stopped here. And the right side fib of 2 will again call fib of 1 and fib of 0. All the recursive calls are now made. Now the result will be calculated like this. As we know, fib of 0 is 0 and fib of 1 is 1. So fib of 2 will be 0 plus 1, 1. So 1 will be returned to fib of 2. Here, Fib of 1 is 1 and we have already calculated fib of 2, which is 1. So 1 plus 1, 2 will be returned fib of 3. Here again fib of 0 and fib of 1 will be calculated, that is 0 plus 1, which is 1, and it will be returned to fib of 2. Now we have fib of 3, which is 2, and fib of 2, which is 1. So 2 plus 1, 3 will be returned to fib of 4. So fib of 4 is 3. So this is how in the top-down approach the nth Fibonacci number will be found recursively. This approach is completely different from the bottom-up approach. In bottom-up approach, from base case, we solve the large problem step by step. In top-down, the large problem is broken down recursively till the base case, and from there, the solution will be computed. If we observe the top-down approach solution, we can see that we have solved the sub-problem fib of 2 twice. But in the bottom-up approach, we have solved each sub-problem exactly once. To avoid this kind of recomputing the same sub-problem, in top-down approach, we should keep additional memory to store the results of already solved sub-problems. This is also called memoization. In the next video, we will understand how to use memoization to solve the problems effectively in the top-down approach.